You wanna know the first thing I do when I get to a new place? We're here in Mexico, it's the low season, so we can do a little bit of budget living while I'm making art for y'all. So step one is setting up my desk. Let's get into it. Now this desk setup is going to be a little bit different just because I don't have my ring light and my typical things. I had to travel, this is my carry-on, and this is all of the art supplies I was able to bring. So how can we maximize the different types of art that we're gonna be making? Also get good lighting. These sketchbooks took up a third of my suitcase weight, but it's important because paper is everything. You gotta have watercolor paper, mixed media paper, maybe even poo-poo paper. This one is not actually a sketchbook. It's a little stone tablet that you can paint on with water. Then as the drawing evaporates, it disappears. Here, let's just do a quick example while I'm setting up. I really like how as you paint, the drawing is already disappearing. It's a superb way to practice your line work and also get random ideas out of your head. Sketchbook's done, art supplies next. First, we got my everyday carries. Since I won't be going too many places, this is just gonna stay right up here. Next up, I got my Stadler color liners because I really wanna start making some colorful line art. Important to be able to throw in those highlights as well, so I got some white markers and pens. Speaking of markers, we got some big thick boys. A couple of specialty ballpoints I'm excited to share with you. Every single variety of pencil. I'm so excited to test them all out in a what pencil is the best sort of art video. And believe me, I got a lot of ideas about pencils. And X-Acto blade, crucial for art supplies. These were never going to get thrown. I'm so excited. I've never had a set this big before. I'm seeing that potentially this could unlock my art. Go nowhere without Posca. Gotta always bring your Posca. Nothing like acrylic on the road. And my first time ever having my own set of Ohuhu brush pens. We're definitely gonna have to give this a sample. Watercolor, from drawing gum to refills to paint. The watercolor set I use everywhere all the time, looking pretty messy. Backup watercolor brushes. And of course, you need some sort of ruler. I found this at a thrift store, which is kind of fun. Old school style foldable ruler. I bring this thing everywhere with me. Even though I don't draw with rulers that much, it's just nice to have access to. Last thing I can't show you yet is because it's a future brand sponsorship, but some of you probably know what this is already. Okay, so we have a plethora of supplies, but how do we actually set it up so that it's useful for making art? Having some sort of side table here is going to be important, so I'm just going to steal this thing because it's really fun. Look at that wild sort of side table. Just put it up against the wall so it's less wobbly. Art supply's done, but now we need the actual film setup. A portable light and phone stand is essential. There are so many options for film setups, from wall mounts to goosenecks, or even just a water bottle. You know, I realized I'd already been drawing in this sketchbook on the side, so I forgot to show you that I also carry this little box with me. This is a little magnet mount so I can attach my phone to the computer, and there's also a bunch of other stuff in here. Let me just label it really quick. I have no idea where this case came from, but it holds all of my essentials, from tiny sketchbooks to a little gremulata set. Happy to go into more detail about my art set. What I want to know is, what do you want me to draw?